so many times how Harry is so much better on his own, and the evidence appears to keep adding up. Louise, is there more than just a professional separation?
Well, it does make me wonder, because all signs point to some issues behind the scenes. I mean, professionally, they've had to separate. Their brand was toxic.
Some other famous people in the USA, Meghan Markle and, of course, her husband, the Ginger. What do you make of reports in Vanity Fair that Meghan's PR team have reportedly spruiked a potential book about her life post-divorce from Prince Harry, which is a bit awkward since the couple haven't even split up?
Yeah, I wish I could say that surprises me, but it seems like the privacy brigade, when they're not begging us to leave them alone, will also do anything for attention. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if she'd shopped a divorce book or a divorce reality show. I'm honestly half surprised she hasn't come out as transgender yet. I guess you just constantly have to reinvent yourself and come up with new reasons for relevancy when you don't have any actual talents. I mean, everything that they've touched turns to the opposite of gold when it comes to their entertainment company and their Netflix deals. My personal favorite thing about her is that when she did her podcast series for Spotify, she didn't even record the interviews properly. She had producers interview the people and then read a script in her own voice of the questions to be edited in after the fact.
And so they're very much looking at separate professional lives. There's some commentary around the fact that there may be some upset in their marriage as well. But at this stage, it's just looking like they are very much following different paths. Meghan, of course, is involved with American Riviera Orchard, her jams and preserves and dog biscuits, and of course the cooking show that's going to accompany that. Harry's moving back to the things that really meant a lot to him in the past.
They walked away from the crown, but now Meghan Markle is about to walk away from the marriage. And honey, when she walks, she doesn't look back. Divorce is no longer a rumor, it's a warning shot. Meghan's message is crystal clear. If Harry can't keep up, she's out. The Meghan and Harry era is hanging by a thread, and Meghan, she's already flipping the page and writing a new chapter, with or without him.
If Harry and Meghan ever get divorced, it would make for an absolute ratings bonanza. Kinsey, surely not. Surely these TV executives are not praying for a divorce. I mean, that is really cynical.
Once the golden couple of royal rebellion, once hailed as a modern-day fairy tale, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's story is falling apart fast. What was once magical is now a messy unraveling. That sparkle, gone. That charm, cracked. Behind those carefully curated Instagram posts and PR moments, a relationship scorched with resentment, betrayal, and complete royal chaos.
Pretty spicy allegations over the years. But come January 2025, and Vanity Fair has entered.
The rumor mill didn't just start turning yesterday. For months, it's been hissing with whispers of drama in the Sussex Kingdom. But now, it's boiling. The source of the fire? One explosive move, the plan to strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles. And this isn't just petty gossip. It's a ticking bomb. Meghan, according to insiders, is done playing nice. She's ready to detonate and leave nothing behind but ashes.
And it's blistering. A long-form expose I did not see coming. There is this. A few years ago, a rumour began circulating around the book world about another prospective project for Meghan.
Enter Thomas Markle Jr., the estranged half-brother who never misses a moment to stir the pot. He didn't hold back, and according to him, Harry, he's completely trapped. Meghan is pulling the strings, and Harry, he's just dangling.
Even Hollywood and across America and the UK as well. So whether that travels into a separation for them, let's hope not, because there are two children at stake here.
Thomas didn't stop there. He painted a disturbing picture, a prince who once stood proud, now emotionally drained, isolated, and spiraling. Harry is reportedly collapsing under the pressure. And Meghan? She's not here for the pity parade. If Harry loses the last strand connecting him to royal blood, Meghan's cutting loose. No tears, no second glance, she's gone.
They won't want that for Lilibet and Archie either, but moreover to that, I really find that I'm seeing Harry and Meghan much happier professionally working as a separate entity. Look, the beautiful pictures of Harry in Vancouver, the big smile, he's so engaged, and Arthur Edwards, of course, who's followed him around the world as a Sun Royal photographer, made the point that he was really seeing the Harry of old.
And guess who's in full damage control mode? Behind the royal curtains, it's war strategy time. King Charles and Prince William are holding emergency meetings like generals before a battle, weighing what would happen if they really went through with stripping Harry of his prince status. But the British public? Oh, they've made up their minds. A staggering 97% want Harry gone, stripped, finished.
Was that Meghan's team had a conversation with a publishing house to gauge interest in the idea for a potential book, the concept for which there was no written or formal proposal.
And Meghan, oh Meghan, is 5 steps ahead. According to palace insiders, she's already plotting her escape. She's reportedly in contact with divorce lawyers, revamping her image and laying the groundwork for a glittering Hollywood comeback. Think Netflix deals, luxury branding, and a solo empire with no royal strings attached. Meghan isn't panicking, she's positioning.
And they won't want that for Lilibet and Archie either, but moreover to that, I really find that I'm seeing Harry and Meghan much happier professionally working as a separate entity. Look, the beautiful pictures of Harry in Vancouver, the big smile, he's so engaged, and Arthur Edwards, of course, who's followed him around the world as a Sun Royal photographer, made the point that he was really seeing the Harry of old. And it's been wonderful to see that. So,
and I feel like we have said that a number of times over the year, where we have seen him at various things on his own, and he just seems to be a bit lighter and like he's having a bit more fun. It looks like too that this professional separation is creeping into Christmas plans.
That's right. So Harry is one of the things he absolutely loves is Scotty's Little Soldiers. It's a charity for children who have lost their parents through warfare.
One royal commentator didn't hold back. She came, she conquered, and now she's cashing out, they said. Meghan's not just leaving a marriage, she's exiting a brand partnership. This is a high-stakes game of crowns, cameras, and crumbling vows. And the world? Oh, we're watching every move, popcorn in hand.
This notion of a book really might centre around a post-Harry divorce. And this. The source who worked in media projects says Meghan's own relationships with employees tended to follow.
Once upon a time, Meghan and Harry were inseparable, always in each other's arms, always in the headlines. But now, insiders say the magic is long gone. These days, they look more like co-CEOs of a failing brand than a married couple. Passion turned into cold glances, shared dreams replaced with separate schedules. The Montecito mansion? It's less a home, more a battleground.
Sussex are reportedly on a trial separation after months of fighting. Sources close to the pair say the time apart is in the hope of rebuilding their bond after recent humiliation and deals falling through with Spotify.
And Harry, he's falling apart, disheveled, distant, and lost. The Duke of Sussex is reportedly spiraling after losing his UK security and being hit with a legal circus that followed. He was once a rebel royal with a cause. Now, he's just a broken man haunted by mistakes, drifting away from the woman who once stood beside him.
On the top is this allegation that Meghan was shopping around a post-divorce book while she was still married. And I assume, unbeknownst to Harry, that he will apparently end up on the scrap heap once it's time to pull the trigger on this particular project.
And where are the paparazzi now? Not snapping sweet couple strolls, that's for sure. They're either seen apart or not seen at all. When they do appear, it's painfully fake. One source spilled the tea. They talk more to their PR teams than to each other. Trials, separations, being whispered like secrets through the halls of their mansion, screaming matches, allegedly echoing behind closed doors. Insiders say it's not a marriage, it's a marketing strategy.
Yes, you're right. They went over to America. They were going to be a power couple. They were going to be the next Michelle and Barack Obama or the next George and Amal Clooney, and that has not worked out for them.
And just when things couldn't get worse, Harry's big sit-down with the BBC turned into a total disaster. What was supposed to be a heartfelt chat ended in catastrophe. He opened up about his broken royal ties and his pain, but instead of empathy, he got roasted.
Yeah, I wish I could say that surprises me, but it seems like the privacy brigade, when they're not begging us to leave them alone will also do anything for attention. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if she'd shopped a divorce book or a divorce reality show.
The British media tore him apart. Viewers called him whiny and out of touch. The sympathy he hoped for completely backfired. Meghan, sources say, was livid, not just because of the timing, but because Harry undid months of PR polishing with one emotional rant. And she reportedly emotionally checked out after that and set her sights on building her own empire.
Project. It really gives a whole new meaning to professional separation. And one wonders where the Sussexes go to from here. How do you regroup after such a sensational and merciless rebuke?
According to Meghan's inner circle, that interview was the final straw. She'd spent months carefully rebuilding their image, crafting the narrative, orchestrating their public rebrand, and then boom, no more fairy tale illusions. Meghan turned her energy inward, toward her empire, her survival, and her next act. And Harry? He was left clutching the ruins of their shared dream.
And so they're very much looking at separate professional lives. There's some commentary around the fact that there may be some upset in their marriage as well. But at this stage, it's just looking like they are very much following different paths. Meghan, of course, is involved with American Riviera Orchard.
Harry's obsession with regaining UK security isn't just about protection. It's about pride. It's about trying to hold on to something, anything from the life he gave up. But the more he pushes, the more it fractures his remaining ties to the monarchy, and now even his marriage. Meghan's not signing up for a losing battle, and what was once Team Sussex, it's now just Meghan and Harry walking in opposite directions. Word is, Meghan's done playing the doting Duchess. She refuses to set foot back in Britain or let her kids go unless royal-grade security is locked in. No negotiations, no compromise. She's drawing a hard line in the sand. This, to her, is about survival, and she will not gamble with her children's lives for royal decorum. But the cracks are widening. Their marriage, once sold as a fairy tale of liberation, is now a pressure cooker. Insiders say fights are frequent, tears are real, ultimatums are flying. Their Montecito mansion, with its lush gardens and million-dollar walls, is now a battleground. And remember, the royal family never forgets, especially not Meghan's most rebellious moment, signing off with Her Royal Highness in that now infamous letter. That was her enough is enough move. Her shot across the bow. A declaration of defiance wrapped in royal calligraphy. And Prince William? He was furious. He saw it not as a slip, but as a deliberate insult to the family, to the monarchy, to him. This time, he wasn't staying quiet. Inside the palace, his voice rang louder than ever. Enough was enough. He reportedly began pushing hard to have Meghan and Harry stripped of their Duke and Duchess titles altogether. No more optics, no more tolerance, just royal consequences. Insiders claim William feels used, humiliated, betrayed. His own brother, silent, while Meghan uses a title she legally surrendered. It's not just messy, it's personal. Now, William isn't just the quiet heir. He's a man on a mission. A man fed up with being disrespected by two people who walked away from the institution but won't stop trading on its name. And Meghan, she's not backing down, she's revving up. From Montecito to Buckingham, the whispers are no longer whispers, they're shouts, echoing across continents. Meghan is allegedly ready to walk, and Harry? He's left clutching at the remains of a dream that's been burned down to ashes. The palace gates are shut, the royal phone lines are cold, and the world is watching gobsmacked. And here's the kicker. Hollywood is already moving on. Reports say Netflix is cozying up to Meghan solo, not because of her talent, but because they want the exclusive. If there's a separation, they want her side of the story. The Meghan Markle post-divorce goldmine, the surviving Sussex saga, the I married a prince and made it out alive pitch. Insiders are buzzing that Meghan's team is already fielding offers, book deals, docuseries, high-accent fashion collaborations, a total Meghan makeover, this time without the royal baggage. Meanwhile, Harry is said to be spending more and more time alone, reflecting, reaching out to old UK contacts, rebuilding bridges. He doesn't want the spotlight anymore. He wants peace, but peace may be the one thing he can't afford because the media war is just beginning. And the pressure? It's brutal. Polls show the couple's popularity is tanking. Once hailed as brave, bold, and boundary-breaking, they're now dismissed by many as opportunistic, spoiled, and overexposed. The public's grown cold. Their sympathy has curdled into cynicism. And Meghan, she feels it. Friends say say she's bruised, that she worked so hard to rebrand herself, to rise above the noise. But now, with Vanity Fair reigniting the nastiest headlines and royalists sharpening their pitchforks again, Meghan is back where she started, on the defense. And this time, there's no royal palace to protect her. That glamorous Duchess glow has dimmed. And what remains? A businesswoman in crisis mode, a mother under siege, a woman facing the possibility of becoming a single parent in the public eye, with the whole world waiting to watch her either triumph or crumble. One royal commentator put it brutally. Maybe. But in the eyes of critics, that Oprah interview, the Spotify collapse, the royal family lawsuits, the podcast backlash, it's all added up to one giant mess. A mess Meghan may have to walk away from, even if it means losing Harry in the process. And if you think this is just tabloid fluff, think again. Behind the scenes, the Sussex empire is unraveling. Their Netflix deal, at risk. Archewell, shaky. Their once loyal staff, fleeing. Every headline chips away at the brand they built, and every whisper of divorce threatens to bring it all crashing down. Radar Online just claimed they're taking a trial separation, that Harry is trying to find himself, that Meghan is happy to let him drift while she focuses on her empire. Too many outlets, too many coincidences. The smoke is starting to look a lot like fire. And according to Meghan's critics, this isn't just about heartbreak, it's about positioning. If the split becomes official, Meghan's narrative is locked and loaded. A misunderstood duchess, betrayed by a centuries-old institution, left to rise from the ashes alone. The Netflix comeback practically writes itself. But what about Harry? Well, he's reportedly struggling. His memoir Spare bared it all, the trauma, the resentment, the pain of being the spare. But now he's more lost than ever, not a prince, not a soldier, not a husband in any meaningful sense, just a man trying to find purpose in a world that no longer calls him by name. And the monarchy? It's biting back. Senior royals are said to be done with the drama. The palace isn't just worried about Harry and Meghan anymore. They're in lockdown, crisis mode. This isn't just about two wayward royals, it's about the future of the monarchy, its image, its survival. The Queen's legacy is on the line. King Charles's patience is hanging by a thread. Prince William's gloves are off. The royal family is reportedly moving to strip the Sussexes of all remaining titles, not out of cruelty, but out of necessity. Enough is enough. And Meghan, well, she's already one foot out the door. As she quietly positions herself for a solo future, royal insiders say this is it, the final chapter. The divorce rumors are reaching a boiling point. The brand is cracking, and the last pieces of the fairy tale are being swept away. In the public, we're perched at the edge of our seat. Will Meghan pull the trigger and walk away for good? Will Harry surrender the last shreds of his royal identity to keep their marriage alive? Slam, or will they both go down swinging in one final media-fueled implosion? Because make no mistake, this is no longer a love story. This is a war. And Meghan, she may already have her battle plan. The world saw a prince give up everything for love, but love doesn't always conquer all. And now, that love is fraying, ripped apart by fame, duty, ego, and betrayal. They wanted freedom, but what they got was fallout. And now, with Meghan poised to flip the script and Harry struggling to find his next role, the royal drama is reaching its most explosive act yet. So grab your popcorn, hold your breath, and watch the crown slip right off. Because the next headline might just be the one that ends it all.